So Trump just announced that they're considering using the tariff revenue to send millions of people an additional stimulus check. Check this out.
All of that revenue coming in, Mr. President.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Our country was a dead country. It was a dead country 1 year ago. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And don't you feel it?
Mr. President, with all of that revenue coming in, tens of billions of dollars, do you think there's the possibility of a rebate to the American public in terms of all of that money?
We're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in. We're thinking about a little rebate, but the big thing we want to do is pay down debt. But we're thinking about a rebate. That's a very good question.
Okay, so they're considering a rebate, which, remember, the stimulus checks from before were a rebate as well, essentially the same thing. And these tariffs are bringing in a significant revenue. Let's check this out. But first, take a look at these headlines, guys. And these are reputable websites here. This isn't just, fly-by-night websites saying there's a potential stimulus check. This is Axios. Trump floats the possibility of tariff rebate check. You just heard it from Trump's mouth himself here in the interview. This is Fortune.com. Trump says he may want to give you a tariff rebate check, stimulus check. A little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. CNBC, Trump floats tariff rebate for consumers. Some people think that could be a challenge. Take a look here, guys. And you know what? If you're just joining the video, let's play that clip one more time. See exactly what Trump said about a potential stimulus check using tariff revenue.
All of that revenue coming in, Mr. President.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Our country was a dead country. It was a dead country 1 year ago. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And don't you feel it?
Mr. President, with all of that revenue coming in, tens of billions of dollars, do you think there's the possibility of a rebate to the American public in terms of all of that money?
We're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in. We're thinking about a little rebate, but the big thing we want to do is pay down debt. But we're thinking about a rebate. That's a very good question.
See, he said they're thinking about a rebate. So let's take a quick look and see how big this stimulus check could be. And if you look at this chart here on Politico, it's showing these tariffs are bringing in a significant amount of revenue. If you look back to the beginning of the year, this chart here, just a little bit of steady tariff revenue coming in. And then in May, this just explodes to the upside. And that's that increase in tariffs. And as of July 24th, the U.S. has brought in $124 billion, which is 130% more than last year. And even though we're only about a little more than double the tariff revenue from last year, most of it is from the last few months, obviously, right? If you look at that. So that might continue depending on what deals they make. We don't know what's going to happen with these tariff deals with other countries. But if this continues to happen, this tariff revenue could be about 5 times what it usually is. And if it does end up being 4 to 5 times what it usually is, this could add up to a stimulus check of over $3,000 per person. Now, again, we don't know who would qualify for it. Usually the top 10% of people as far as income level are excluded. And if you take those numbers into account, that would leave about $3,600 per person if they used one entire year's worth of tariff revenue to dole out these stimulus checks. But let's take a look and see what these headlines are saying. So Axios, Trump floats the possibility of a tariff rebate check, also known as a stimulus check. So President Trump on Friday suggested the government might consider issuing stimulus checks to some Americans from the tariff revenue collected this year. Now, rebates would return to consumers some of the higher prices they've paid as a result of those tariffs. Again, Trump has always argued that the businesses bear the brunt of these tariffs. A lot of economists say that actually it's split between the businesses in that country and the consumers that are buying the products. It kind of gets spread out depending on what the product is. So this could either offset that. If you're paying more for goods, it could help you offset those increases. It could also just be a stimulus check if things have not gone up for you recently and potentially stimulate the economy. Now, what they're saying, Trump said we have so much money coming in, we're thinking about a little rebate. A little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. Now, in the past, there was an income cutoff for the stimulus checks. They would begin to become smaller and smaller until they were completely phased out. Now, we're not sure what would happen here. Would this be more targeted? Would it be more for people lower income? Would it still include people that make about $150,000 like the previous stimulus checks did? We're not sure. I believe the previous stimulus checks cut off around 120. You basically didn't get anything. Now, Trump said yes, but didn't say how big the check might be or who would be eligible. It's also not the first time that the Trump administration has floated the idea of rebates. Remember, guys, they also did this with the Doge savings stimulus, which never actually came to fruition. They talked about Doge cutting costs and using that money to give people rebates or stimulus checks. That never got a lot of steam. You know, Doge didn't necessarily save that much money in comparison to this. These tariffs could bring in potentially a ton more revenue, which could open that door for a stimulus check. Trump said it himself, especially with those midterms. A lot of people are speculating that with those midterms coming next year, they could want to dole out these checks right before those midterms, just like Democrats did in 2021 as well. So let's check this headline out. Trump says, again, this is Fortune.com, a reputable website here. Trump says he may want to give you a tariff rebate check. A little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. As a quick reminder that I've partnered with Chapter to connect my viewers with licensed Medicare agents who offer free, no obligation help. Chapter's licensed agents can help you understand Medicare and your plan options. Give them a call at 334-581-6390 to speak with someone and see what's available. Their services are provided at no cost to you. Okay, guys, President Trump has suggested that part of his tariff policy, he could consider sending rebate checks or tariff refund checks to Americans funded by the tariff revenue collected on imported goods. He said, we have so much money coming in, we're thinking about a little rebate for people of a certain income level. Again, guys, if you do the math here, if they do collect the amount they've collected here, if you look at this chart, they've collected $124 billion as of July 2024. Most of that is in the last few months. If you extrapolate that for the rest of the year, if that continues, we're not sure, the deals are up in the air, that could be around $500 billion, which if they exclude the top 10 to 15% of people based off of income to get those checks, that would mean if they did an entire year's worth of tariffs, that could be $3,600 per person. If they cut that in half and just used half of that, that would be $1,800 per person. So guys, really quickly, if you're just joining the video or if you had a hard time hearing, it looks like this interview was taking place right next to a jet plane or a helicopter, so it's a little hard to hear. But let's take a quick look one last time and see what President Trump said regarding the fact that they're considering using the tariff revenue to send stimulus checks. Again, check this out.
All of that revenue coming in, Mr. President.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Our country was a dead country. It was a dead country 1 year ago. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And don't you feel it?
Mr. President, with all of that revenue coming in tens and tens of billions of dollars, do you think there's the possibility of a rebate to the American public in terms of all of that money?
We're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in. We're thinking about a little rebate, but the big thing we want to do is pay down debt. But we're thinking about a rebate. That's a very good question. You just made a lot of news. We're thinking about a rebate because we have so much money coming in from tariffs that a little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice.
Thank you for watching.
All right, guys. So you see Trump said it himself. Again, we're not sure how much it would be, if it's actually going to happen. But if you like these updates, please like and subscribe. I'll keep you posted if we get more news regarding another potential stimulus check. We talk about the economy, politics, Social Security benefits. Please subscribe, guys. I'll keep you posted. And if you haven't already, call our partner Chapter. Phone number is on the screen here. They'll give you free Medicare help to help you become educated on how Medicare works and help you pick a plan that could be a great fit for you. And guys, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. I like to take a couple minutes at the end to go over the comments here. So let's take a look. Vicky says, I'll believe it when I see it. 100% Vicky, because they also talked about doing a stimulus check with the Doge savings. That never happened. Maria Hearthmartyr said, won't hold my breath. I don't blame you, Maria, but you never know. Things could happen. Eli said, they said a few months ago it'll go towards debt. Again, Trump, in the same interview, said, their main priority is paying off the debt. But as we've seen, Trump loves doing things, to pump the economy. He loves giving people stimulus checks like he did before. He likes to be liked, right? And when you give people money, people like you. So, he's giving people tax breaks with his tax bill, which is increasing the deficit. So might he use this money to give people stimulus checks as well? It's possible. It really is. Rita, especially with the midterms coming up, Rita Poe says, owes more in gold. Who wants crappy Federal Reserve notes? If he does this, we will be paying $10,000 for a loaf of bread. So disappointed in Trump. Yes, there is a risk. This could cause inflation, which is a reason why the Federal Reserve has not lowered rates yet, despite the fact that Trump's frustrated. Again, the economy could go down and the stimulus checks could help people. A lot of things up in the air. It's hard to say what exactly would happen, but the previous checks definitely contributed to some inflation. Maria said, he said thinking about it, not announced. 100% not fully announced yet, but he is considering it. Miss Rose says the inclusive word thinking about it. He is thinking about it. Obviously, still not approved. That would have to go through Congress. Otis said, everyone will not get nothing. We need a Social Security increase. Republicans will not work with Bernie and John Larson. Tell them not to work with them. They will do whatever he wants. 100%, that's a whole different can of worms there when it comes to increasing Social Security, but something we keep you updated on as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I'm going to end the video here, but again, I will keep you posted as things develop with this potential stimulus check, politics, the economy, and Social Security benefits as well. And one last time, I'm going to play this clip. Trump saying that they're considering using tariff revenue, which is bringing in hundreds of billions, could be over a $3,000 stimulus check potentially, and using the tariff money to send millions of people checks. Check this out, and I hope to see you on the next video.
All of that revenue coming in, Mr. President.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
Our country was a dead country. It was a dead country 1 year ago. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And don't you feel it?
Mr. President, with all of that revenue coming in, tens of billions of dollars, do you think there's the possibility of a rebate to the American public in terms of all of that money?
We're thinking about that, actually. We have so much money coming in. We're thinking about a little rebate, but the big thing we want to do is pay down debt. But we're thinking about a rebate. That's a very good question. You just made a lot of news. We're thinking about a rebate because we have so much money coming in from tariffs that a little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice.
Thank you for watching.